My love, if you're hearing my voice right now, know that what I'm about to say comes from the deepest, rawest part of my soul. This is not a story I'm proud to tell. It's the truth I've been hiding behind for far too long. You deserve to know everything, every reason, every shadow, every name that has haunted our love since the day it began. I've been silent for years, pretending I moved on, pretending the past didn't matter. But the truth, the past never stopped whispering your name to me. Every night, every quiet morning, I hear it, your voice, your laughter, your silence. And tonight, I'm breaking that silence. This is my confession, my truth, and my final attempt to make things right. Do you remember how unstoppable we were? How our love felt like the kind of thing people write about in books? I used to believe nothing could come between us. Not time, not distance, not anyone. But I was wrong. Something, or rather, someone, did. And her presence infected everything. Slowly, quietly, like a shadow crawling across sunlight. For months, I told myself it was just bad timing, that life was pulling us in different directions. I told you I was just under pressure, that I needed space to think. But that wasn't the truth. The truth was sitting across from me every night at dinner, asking questions that felt harmless but left wounds I couldn't see forming. The truth was whispering doubts into my mind when you weren't there to defend yourself. The truth was the person I trusted the most, the one I never thought could hurt me. My love, the woman who destroyed us, wasn't an outsider. She wasn't a stranger or a friend. She was my mother. Yes, my own mother. Even saying that out loud feels like betrayal, but keeping it inside for so long has been worse. Because hiding it meant letting the lie live longer than our love. And I can't carry that anymore. You need to understand something about her. My mother never saw love as freedom. She saw it as possession. In her world, love wasn't about growth. It was about control. I was her only child, her only emotional anchor. She built her entire life around me, her choices, her sacrifices, her sense of purpose. And then you came along. You, with your light, your independence, your fire. You loved me in a way that made me feel alive for the first time in my life. But to her, that love looked like danger. It looked like losing me. The first time she met you, she smiled, but I saw it in her eyes. The calculation, the fear. She saw what I couldn't, that I was slipping away from her orbit and moving toward yours. And so she began her quiet war, not through confrontation, but through subtle manipulation. Are you sure she really loves you? Don't you think she's too strong-willed for someone like you? I just don't want you to get hurt again. Every word wrapped in care, every sentence dipped in poison, and I, foolishly, drank it. Because she wasn't just my mother. She was the woman who raised me, who wiped my tears, who sacrificed everything for me. How could I doubt her? But in choosing her comfort, I betrayed your trust. The second reason she kept us apart was even more cruel. She didn't think you were good enough for me, not because of who you are, but because of what she believed you represented. You were freedom, independence, strength. You were everything she couldn't control, everything she couldn't understand. And she judged that. She judged you. To her, you were a mirror, reflecting all the things she had buried inside herself, the dreams she never chased, the love she never allowed herself to have. So she decided to destroy what she couldn't comprehend. And I let her. That's the part that eats me alive. I let her words become my doubts. I let her fears become my decisions. And I let her insecurities become my truth. I remember the night it all fell apart. You looked at me with tears streaming down your face and asked, "Why are you pulling away from me? What did I do wrong?" And all I wanted to say was, "Nothing. You did nothing." But I stayed silent because behind me, I could hear her voice, her warnings, her judgment, her pain disguised as protection. And that silence, my silence, became the wall that separated us. When you walked away that night, I wanted to run after you. I wanted to scream your name until the sky broke open. But I didn't. I stood still, paralyzed by guilt, fear, and loyalty to the wrong person. That was the night I lost you. The night I chose her over you. And it haunts me still. You see, regret isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It whispers every single day. It whispers when I pass the places we used to go. It whispers when I hear your favorite song on the radio. It whispers when I see your smile in my dreams. Every whisper says the same thing. You should have fought for her. I should have. I should have told my mother. This is my life. I should have protected what we had. I should have believed in you the way you believed in me. But I didn't. And for that, I will forever be sorry. For a long time, I blamed her for everything. I told myself she was the villain, the manipulator, the reason I lost you. But then I realized something even more painful. She only had the power I gave her. She didn't destroy our love. I did. Because love requires courage. And I had none. My mother might have whispered her fears, but it was me who listened. She might have built the cage, but it was me who stepped inside. And now, standing here in the ruins of what we once had, I can finally see it. I wasn't protecting her. I was hiding behind her. Because facing your love meant facing my own truth, that I was terrified of losing control, just like her. They say a man's greatest test is not in how much he loves, but in how much he's willing to fight for love. And I failed that test. But failure teaches you things success never could. It taught me that real love doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't beg for approval. It doesn't shrink itself to fit inside someone else's expectations. It stands tall. It fights. It chooses truth, even when that truth hurts. And you, my love, you were my truth. You were the light in a house full of shadows. You were the calm after every storm. And I was too blind to see it until it was too late. If I could speak to you face to face right now, I'd say this. I'm sorry for every tear you shed because of me. I'm sorry for letting someone else's fears destroy what we had. I'm sorry for not being strong enough to stand beside you when you needed me most. You deserved a man who fought for you. Instead, you got one who hid behind excuses. But if you ever wonder whether my love was real, it was. Every glance, every touch, every moment, it was all real. I just didn't know how to protect it. I've spent years untangling the mess I allowed. I've learned that forgiveness isn't about saying, it's okay. It's about saying, I understand why it happened, and I'm ready to let it go. I forgave my mother. But most importantly, I forgave myself. And now, I'm here, not to win you back with empty words, but to give you the truth you always deserved. Because you have the right to know why our love ended the way it did. You have the right to know that it wasn't you who broke it. It was me. It was my fear, my silence, my weakness. If I could go back to that night, when you stood at the door, tears in your eyes, I'd run to you. I'd grab your hand and whisper, "Don't go, please, this time I'll fight for you." I'd tell my mother that love isn't a crime, that no amount of control could replace the warmth of your hand in mine. And I promise you that no one, not even family, would ever come between us again. But time doesn't move backward. It only offers chances for redemption. And this confession, this is mine. My love, I don't know if you can ever forgive me. I don't even know if your heart still has space for me. But if it does, even a little, I want to build something new. Not the same love we had before, but something wiser, stronger, real. A love built not on approval, but on truth. Because this time, I choose us. I choose courage. I choose the love that terrified my mother because it was too powerful, too honest, too real. If you still believe in me, even after all this, then let's write a new chapter. My mother's love was born out of fear, but our love was born out of faith. And faith, no matter how broken, always finds its way home. So this is my truth. The truth I should have spoken years ago. The woman who kept us apart was my mother, but the one who still holds my heart is you. If you're listening to this, know that you were never the problem. You were the light that my world wasn't ready to receive. But now I am. And if you ever find it in your heart to look my way again, you'll see I'm no longer the boy who let fear dictate love. I'm the man who learned that the only way to honor love is to fight for it. This is my confession, my truth, my redemption. And if you'll have me, my forever.